Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Raids, week 23, day 3. So today, of course, we're going to be finishing up the last of the faction event, or the raid event, I mean. Mainly need to go and get our last, what should be 6 battles done. And then we'll pretty much be done, because the guild will probably wrap up the rest by the time we stream tomorrow night. And then we won't have to do any more. This weekend also has no specific event other than the fact that we're going to be getting a new pet this weekend. They're going to be starting to slowly bring in some of the old pets that were from ages ago. The first one that they're going to be bringing in is the Dragon Kitty, and I believe they're doing that this Sunday. But other than that, we have nothing going on for this weekend event. Like once Friday gets here, nothing in particular is going to be occurring for that. But yeah, so we mainly just have this pet today. We have the Arnifix class event tomorrow, and then I believe this Sunday we have the kitty. Actually, we'll probably know in about 7 hours exactly when that will be. The timer there will show whatever the next one's going to be, and it's going to be on like Sunday or something. So a little bit of a weird time for it, but they're going to be doing that on some of the empty events weeks that we have on the weekends in order to try to get back some of the old troops that people might not have, since that's one of them that's basically never obtainable again. Except now they're finally making them obtainable again. Not that one, but the Dragon Kitty, that is. But anyways, let's go and start with raids and finish that out. Still running with the same team. We haven't really had any need to change. It's Mang Titan, which could solo everything if we really had to, followed by Mirage Queen, the anti-raid troop, which also has Entangle this week, and Leprechaun just for mana accumulation. And that's working out pretty well. But hello, everyone. Hope all of you have been doing well. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Shopping. Hello, John. Hello, James. Hello, Chris Border. Hello, Mark the Punk. Hello, Mr. Jesse. And hello, everyone else. Welcome. And I do plan on finishing out Puzzle Quest 2, hopefully this weekend too, since it's a little bit of a lighter event for Gems of War. Might as well go finish the other game out. We're getting pretty close. We just killed the green dragon from it. Not sure exactly how far into the game that is, but it was definitely a challenging battle, that was for sure. It was a lot of fun. The stream should be posted probably after this stream is finished. I didn't want to do it earlier just because of ridiculously long render time. It takes absolutely forever, given that it's like a 7-hour, 8-hour thing. But it ended up going out pretty well. Yeah, they really need to make Puzzle Quest 3 already. It needs to happen. Playing Puzzle Quest 2 makes me wish they had Puzzle Quest 3 already. Now, I can already tell from playing Puzzle Quest 2, they really need to add more replayability to it, though. Like, Gems of War, they did really good with replayability. Even Puzzle Quest 1. Puzzle Quest 2 seems to lack it a little bit. Like, you can get a few runs in, but after that, I don't think it would have much replayability after that. What level Zugoff are you fighting? We're currently at Zugoff level 220. And we'll probably cap out at around 240 then with the last of our battles. But yeah, we're currently at 240. 240, 250, like the mid-200s is generally where I tend to end these events. Is because that's all you'd really need if you have a guild that's also active doing around tier 3, tier 4, tier 5. That's generally as far as you would really ever need to go into it. More often than not. Yeah, we'll take that down for now. Okay, I believe an entire guild doing tier 3, if I'm not mistaken, is even enough to complete out the event. You really don't need that much to be able to get it done for the most part. I believe I bought up tier 4 just because that's what we need for the to get the troop to mythic. And tier 5 would get all the packs, so it's not really worth going that far. It is for invasions, but for raids, not so much. Just because you're basically paying 300 gems just for the ability of, or really for nothing. Well, you're paying 350 gems, and the only extra thing you're getting is the 50 gem saving from that. And all the other little scraps here, but it's not really worth it for the extra 300 gems. Because obviously that 50 gems we'd have to spend regardless, eventually, when we go and buy it back. But I don't know, the other 300 gems isn't really going towards much. So I don't personally do that. I've even been avoiding it some for Invasions Week, but every single raids I've always been. Just to save the gems. Okay, we'll throw that down. Also, hello, Chris. Welcome. Hello, Lurking Line. Yeah, you were here earlier as well. If you still have any questions about what you were mentioning earlier, let me know. On the previous stream. We'll what do we take here? I don't think we have a drop for that, so let's go and get those two together. Hello, JZG! Welcome! Hope you've been doing well. What do we take here? Let's grab a... I'll take blue for now. Start getting our raid troop up so we can go poke it before it gets a tap at us. Definitely don't want it poking us. And we also get those entangles so we don't die. I don't think we'd really need it, but you never know. Just in case. Okay, that troop's going to be useless to us, though what won't be useless is that alignment right there. If he'll stop undoing it. Never mind. He might even freeze our hero. What even is this loop that he's doing right now? If you could even call it that. What do I go for here? I think I go for a re-entangle real quick. And I just need to find a bunch of skulls to poke him with. Unfortunately, we have no option for that now, but I can go and move it into place so we can go and extra turn it. And just simply do that. Throw in a skull, and one more will kill. And he's entangled, so we don't need to worry about his damage outputs. And the only thing we really need to do now is find mana for Mirage Queen again and get a skull. Or really anything that will get us a skull. Anything that will do that is what we need. And currently nothing does that. Currently, if your entire guild goes up to about tier 3, tier 4, as you can kind of tell from... actually, my guild went a little bit further this time around. Wow, people actually went for leaderboard then? Or did they buy up to tier 5? That might have actually been tier 5. Yeah, they didn't do leaderboard, it's just tier 5. There's people up there. But yeah, if your entire guild is around 3 or 4, the way that it comes out would actually get it done by the end of the week. Probably even by Friday or Saturday at that point. But of course, anyone doing extra beyond that makes it go even quicker. Also, we'd even grab our last few orbs that we have here. 3 shiny orbs, hopefully all blue or purple. Or anything of value. Well, at least we got a purple. Better than nothing. 2 oranges and a purple. Would prefer to see some blues in there, but oh well. That works. What's the best farming method for mythic ingots? Just do your daily delves. That's the best way to get mythic ingots. Do daily delves. That's pretty much the only way to get mythic ingots, really. Is just constantly do your 3 daily delves every day. That or get higher renown on delves. But doing any combination of both those two will get you all the mythic ingots you'll ever need. And you'll have all the mythic ingots finished before legendary ingots or epic ingots. It actually finishes 3rd to last, pretty much right in the middle. The order in which they finish is normally common, rare, ultra rare, mythic, legendary, and then epic. I know that doesn't make any sense whatsoever as far as that rarity order, but that is the order in which they finish. In which the mythic is actually the 3rd to last, not the last. Do we have an option here? Not an extra turn option. Nor do we have a double drop option, so I guess we just take it out for now. Take the skull so he doesn't escape, and he's dead off of the convert there. Hello, Matt! Welcome! Yeah, and always do faction events on Tuesday, of course. Tuesday events are extremely good. For only 30 gems, you get a vault key and 2 orbs. It has basically their best return of any event. As far as how much you have to put in to get back. Okay, what do we take here? I'm actually really surprised they have never nerfed that. It's been that way since day 1 and they haven't bothered touching it. Which is really surprising given how good the loot is for Tuesday faction events. I guess it's because Friday faction events are one of the biggest gem sinks in the entire game. Which is why they kind of have it like that. Because for people that want to try to get level 500 factions, they will tend to spend a lot of gems, which is what we're going to be doing next week. Tuesday event, we're going to go spend up to upgrade it to get it to level 500, pure faction, and the same thing for Friday when the new faction comes out. Possibly even the following Tuesday for Hall of Guardians, just because Hall of Guardians still drives me crazy. That's at 120 pure faction when it should be at 150 or 500. So I might be doing 3 in a row. Depends if I still feel up to it at that point. But yeah, next Tuesday, quite literally the entire day, I'm just streaming faction. Like nothing but All Seeing Eye faction. Which is bad, because All Seeing Eye is probably one of the most annoying factions. Actually, there's something really interesting about All Seeing Eye. It has the least amount of rooms of any delve in the game. For whatever reason, I believe it has 8 instead of 9. And that's mainly because it was the first faction ever made. I'm not sure exactly why they left it like that, or didn't just randomly add another room or whatever. But Yeah, it's kind of strange. It's a lot different than all the other ones. Also, its layout is pretty bad. It also has that annoying dust devil room. Yeah, let's go put the final slot there. But we need to get it done eventually. We could always just upgrade the faction horde and try doing attempts that way. But doing it with potions is just going to be way, 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 way easier. It could take months of attempts to do it otherwise. Whereas if we do it with potions, it might cost us like almost 2,000 gems or so. But we'd be able to get it done probably first try with all the potion effects. How am I doing? I've been doing fantastic. Thanks for asking. Yeah, things have been pretty great lately. What did it take here? Let's go for explosion. Actually, let me take the brown first. And the cough is finally starting to go away, so that's a good sign. It's still kind of there, which is really amazing that it's lasted this long. But other than that, things have been good. Let's see. Take that. Yeah, this has been a pretty great summer so far. Take that one, through the scope poke, and he's dead off of whatever we follow up with. And he's dead. Hello, Steve! Welcome! Oh wow, we just keep getting Val Ravens back to back to back. Oh, let's go use our last two then. I highly doubt we're going to get any more beyond that, gosh. Getting really lucky right now. When is 4.5 being released? 4.5 is being released on soon TM. But no official date has been given yet. Oh wait, oops, I just realized. It's not covered. There we go. Which is being all weird. Whoop. There we go. Oh no, that still didn't fix it either. What's going on with the thingy thing? Why is it being weird? Has it been like that all stream? Probably. But yeah, 4.5 has no official date yet. Soon TM. Very soon. Also, is that a black bar I see at the bottom of the screen? Hold up. No, it is not. Okay, I'm seeing things now. I thought there was a black bar there. It's the correct dimensions. But anyways, let's go throw down a Mang there. But yeah, 4.5 has no official date yet. As far as when it's going to be released, probably within the next few weeks. But we don't know exactly when. Most likely early to mid-September is the most probable time for it, but no official date has been given. No, it's definitely not this week. Though there is a good chance it'll be before Invasions, which is in 2 weeks from now. And the main reason I say that is they are adding Raven Towers, and they would not add Raven Towers midweek on Invasions. So if it doesn't happen within the next 2 weeks, it's going to be like 3 weeks from now. Because it would most likely have to happen before or after Invasions. It's not going to happen during Invasions, almost for sure. Just because one of the things that's being tweaked next patch will specifically be affecting Invasions. Not much, but it basically just makes it so instead of Val Ravens, or instead of the lack of Val Ravens that appear when there's 4 towers, or the fact that there's just none, there'll start to be some, but in the form of Raven Towers. Yeah, she does get pretty upset when people ask about it. Mostly because she had some weird situations with it in the past. Yeah, technically Invasions gets nerfed starting next patch. It's not that much of a nerf though. Invasions is already one of the best paying out events. So, it's not that big of a nerf really. Also, I believe it only takes effect after you've already gotten to 4 towers. So for most newer players and mid-range players, it's not even going to affect them. Because I don't believe it starts taking effect until you reach 4 towers. Everything prior to 4 towers, I believe it's impossible for a Val Raven Tower to appear. Because it'll disappear over top the empty spots that you have instead. So that reminds me, I might need to go do some more gold farming. We're going to be burning through like 10 million gold. And the next patch is coming and we're going to be burning through even more gold. We're going to be burning through so much gold soon. But yeah, we might need to go farm some more gold. But then again, we are going to be getting a lot of gold when we go do the faction soon. Even though it's going to cost a lot of gems and cost a lot of gold, we're going to be getting a lot of gold back. Because every single delve is going to average like, what, 20,000 gold or so. And it definitely starts adding up. Give or take. It depends what you get as your final drop, and it depends what you get as your rooms on the way there. What's the fastest gold you can get from PvP? It's around 250,000 to 300,000 per hour, I think. I'm not even sure what the absolute quickest rate is these days. Skeleton Key team's still pretty quick at it. And any quick split kill team on the first 1 and 2 trophies are still pretty quick. But yeah, I believe the quickest rate's still around 300,000 or so, give or take a little bit. The quickest rate for PvP hasn't really changed for a while. The only problem with it is when the meta shifts to stuff that's more annoying or more time consuming, which can always affect like how much it actually goes by, but it's always around like the same general point. Yeah, delves are generally pretty good for gold. You can get the best rate in the entire game actually if you get a Cedric room while using a gold farming team. Though of course that's not consistent. That only happens like 1 every 10 delves or so. But something like Warrens with a Cedric in play is the quickest gold you can actually get in the entire game. The only problem is it only lasts for like 8 minutes. So it's obviously not a consistent farming method. But for its duration, it's the quickest you'll ever get. It's one of the reasons why I do Warrens. What's it called? Silver Necropolis has the same capability as well, though, as Warrens. And actually overall gives more loot than Warrens. They just need to make it so it's actually viable to do level 500. And I'll go spam that one. Oh, you got a mythic on your adventure board today. Nice. Starting next patch is going to be uniform for everyone. So when we do our streams, whatever we have, everyone will have. And I assume that will be the same case across all platforms as well. Hopefully. I'd assume so, because Soulforge is. Oh, that was not enough to kill. That's concerning. I don't want to leave those souls there. That could be a vault key for all we know. Let's see. You want to drop us a vault key when it's not a vault event? You know you want to. I can't remember the last time I've gotten a vault key when it's not a vault event. It's obviously possible. It's just the chance is very, very low. Vault key, go. Nope, 2,500 souls. Unfortunate. Do you think they will ever add it so each team slots could have its own setting for class talent? No, that's almost never going to happen. Just because the coding that they would have to do for it would be way too hard, probably. But no, that's almost guaranteed never going to happen. The closest thing you can do to that is have a Word document or a notepad or something. Save every single team you want with the specific way that you want the hero class. And then simply go and copy-paste it right in. And then whenever you want to use that team, it'll always use the correct hero class, assuming you paste it in from your preset team thing that you already had. That's the closest thing you can do for it. Oh, no problem! Oh, that name. Tenacious? Tenacious. Let's just call it Tenacious. I don't know how to say the full thing. But no problem, Tenacious. Glad I could help. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave it in chat. Also, hello, Gustavo! Welcome. Also, what adventure board mythic task did you get, John? The key one? Because the key one's the main one that's actually really, really good. The one that ends up giving the 2 VIP keys with the 10 gem keys. It's actually 180 gem value. It's the best task that you can actually ever get off of adventure board. There's nothing better than it. 10 gem keys with 2 VIP keys. As you can see, we've gotten it twice by the fact that we have 4 VIP keys sitting there. I've been hoarding them. But yeah, it's really rare. It's like a 1% chance per day or something. It's a really, really low chance. Anyways, where were we? Let's go and clear out dungeons, clear out the pet, and then actually do some delves. Because I do need to make sure we get those done, of course. Switch over to Key team real quick for these. Where's Key? We're still using Oracle on my Key. Let me go change that to the Corsair. I still need to get Corsair leveled. Still got a ways to go on Corsair, but at least we got to save a bunch of gems. Since we didn't have to go and spend it all last week. Probably still should have, but I don't know. At least we have more gems to go through next week for all the events I'll be throwing at that. It might seem like we have a reserve of gems now, but that's going to go down by about 4,000 next week. Within 1 week, we're going to be spending around 5,000 to 6,000 on just on what's it called? Just on faction events. Not even counting anything else. Just faction events, like 6,000 gems. But we'll end up getting 3 level 500 peer factions out of it. As well as 3 factions to level 200, I believe, would be able to do. Not sure if we'll actually have enough shards for that, but we probably should. I eventually want to get every single delve to level 200. Just because it will make Tuesday events easier. And combining that with the 50% bonus from Kingdoms, that's going to be even higher into the future. It'll just make it a lot easier to do Tuesday events. It'll probably cut off around 10 minutes plus from every Tuesday event, like 10 to 15 minutes saved from all the extra stats that we would have. Yeah, Divine Protector is pretty nice to have. It's a great weapon to have for mana accumulation, particularly with Divine troops, obviously. Works out pretty nicely. Let's take red for now. Mythic Adventure Board, are they easy? Mythic Adventure Boards, pretty much all the Adventure Boards are still relatively easy to do. As long as you have Titan Mang, you can pretty much kill any of them. You wouldn't really have much of a problem at that point. As long as you have Titan to level 40 while using Mang, you can kill out any of them. They do get a little bit high in stats, but it's, I believe, still weaker than Pet Battles. Even once you reach, like, Mythic Adventure Board, the final one on it, it's pretty much, like, level 6 or level 7 Pet Battle. I believe is around where the stat line is. Probably around level 7 Pet Battle. Yeah, I believe it's weaker than level 8 Pet Battle, last I recall. Not actually 100% sure on that, but, pretty sure it's a bit weaker than that. Oh, we're currently using this one. I think I want to switch over to just Key Team. Especially since I want to level up the other thing. I guess we'll switch over to Key Team real quick for it. We have that saved, obviously. Let me just copy paste it over. Let's grab this real quick. Copy that over. Boom, boom. Not what I wanted. Games, Pet Rescue, Rewards, Fights, Edits, Paste. And let's roll with that. That should be fine. I like how I went over earlier how to do these as efficiently as possible, and now I get lazy and I just do it with the same team. It's about 1 minute slower doing it with the same team the entire time. However, it is so much more convenient not having to constantly worry about like going through each of the little thingies. It's not really that big a deal. As long as we get these done in like 5 minutes, 1 minute's difference isn't going to make that huge a difference. Of course, that adds up if we were doing a lot of them. Like if it was a weekend-long event where we were doing like a vault event, then it would matter quite a bit more. Just randomly throughout the day, 1 minute is not going to make much of a difference. And let's kill it with Skull at this point. You were sadly surprised when you started to finish your Kingdom challenges. You thought for sure you had a lot more Kingdoms finished. Yeah, I'm actually getting pretty close to mine too. It's gonna feel so weird actually getting all of them done and then having them all being able to be done again. But yeah, next patch we're actually gonna have a... I kind of lied then. There actually is something this patch that will be able to grind out immediately. Normally there isn't, but yeah, technically doing all the challenges for all of the Kingdoms is going to be a thing next patch. And that's going to take a bit of time. Like, that's not going to be quick. They get really high stats. Like, you're going to have to run, like, Devour Spam or something similar once you start getting to the really high ones. And you have to do what I believe is 70 battles. Because it's 7 per set, if I'm not mistaken, and there's 10 sets. So 70 battles per kingdom. There's, what, 34 kingdoms? How many battles does that come out to? What's 70 times 34? I cannot do that in my head. 70 times 34 equals 2,800 and... Wow. 2,380 battles is how many battles we will have to do to complete out all of the new challenge system. And along the ways, you'll get a bunch of gem keys, you'll get a bunch of chaos shards, you'll get a bunch of... I forget what other resources it gives. I think glory, obviously some souls, a bunch of various stuff. think the best one is the gem keys on one of them, though. I think it's on tier 7 or something. Forget specifically. But yeah, 2,380 battles. Even if you could do those once every 30 seconds, that's still going to take forever. That's still going to take... Wow, really? That long? Yeah, that would still take over... There's no way that's right. Yeah, I guess it is. If you took... I think they might be a little bit quicker than that, some of them. The earlier ones would be. The later ones, not so much. But yeah, at an average of 30 seconds each, yeah, that actually is over 1,000 hours, isn't it? I mean, 1,000 minutes. Never mind. That's why it threw me off for a second. Yeah, it's 1,000 minutes, not 1,000 hours. I was going to say, wait, there's a problem here. But no, 1,000 minutes, which comes out to... math, how does that work? Let's see. Wait, do that, divide that by 60. Oops, that's not the way I meant to do that. Whoops, whoops. And now it just cleared it, fail. It was that. And then you do that by 60. Yeah, so it's about 20 hours. Okay, that sounds more reasonable. I just had to put it into an actual hour number. But yeah, 20 hours is about how long it would take to complete out all the new challenges. Give or take several hours, because some of them do get really high stats. Like, the last ones, I believe, have, like, almost 200 for their stats. Obviously, you could just run a instant kill team or a Mang team against it. But, yeah, they're, like, they're stronger than the last battles of pets, is what the last few come out to. Like, the last set of 7 for the challenges. They actually are somewhat challenging. Like, they were supposed to be to begin with. Let's see. Go through that down. Yeah, 20 hours isn't too bad then. And you get a lot of loot out of it. Of course, you can only ever complete it out once, though. Once you've completed it out, you can never do them again. Unlike currently, where you can just keep spamming them. Of course, not for the reward, but spamming them for the easy battles. You won't be able to do that anymore starting next patch. You'll have to go farm, explore, or something similar in order to do the same thing as before. And there we go. They did say you get 1 tier of them done if you have them cleared. Yeah, technically, if you already have all of them, if you have every single kingdom's challenges cleared, which is one of the reasons I will be doing it beforehand, you actually only have 9 sets of battles to do instead of 10, because the very first set is going to count as the sole one that already exists. But yeah, the first set of the 10 is the sole one that already exists. So it is advised to go and get them done, just because you'll be one step closer to it next patch. It's also really free EXP if you haven't already done them. Like for classes, because they're so weak. And he's dead. Yeah, I'll probably do mine this weekend. That's actually probably what we're going to do this Friday, is finish out, or one of the things we'll do this Friday, is finish out every single last challenge that I haven't already done. And I would advise everyone to do the same, just in case next patch comes out next week. It's very unlikely that it isn't, but just in case, you'd want to have it done beforehand. I believe you also gain more souls from doing it beforehand, because you can set it to a higher difficulty, like hard or something, whereas next patch you will not be able to set it to a higher difficulty. It'll be stuck at a static amount of resources. Whereas currently you can raise it. Also, next patch will only be 1 battle each, whereas you can get 5 battles in for really quick EXP now. So you'd be able to farm hero class EXP off of it as well. They only give 1 EXP each, but you can win the battle in like 15 seconds, so it's, even though it's only 1 EXP, it's still so quick that it's still pretty decent. Can I show one of the challenges I haven't done? What do you mean by that? But, yeah, I have a lot of them that aren't done. I can go show one of them. I'm not sure what you mean by showing one of them, though. But yeah, all you have to do for challenges is just quick kill them. You don't need to do anything special. You just go, grab your... Actually, let me go grab that before I forget. Hold up. Let me grab this pet real quick. Grab all the rewards. Use all that for upgrading something eventually. What was I doing? Oh yeah, let's go to a random place we haven't finished the challenges. So for example, let's go to Blackhawk. I don't believe I did them here. Yeah. So we just go to here. You just go here with any quick kill team. Doesn't really matter which, as long as it's any of the empowered into instant split damage, like Sunbird, Rowan, any of that. Use the hero class so you gain some free XP. Throw your mana generating option. Hopefully get full mana, really. You're not going to give us full mana there. And then you just cast your damage, and then you win, repeat, and keep doing that. And you get 1 XP each and some souls. You could also set it to hard difficulty just to get a little bit more souls if you really wanted to. But, yeah, these are the old challenge thingies. And I do advise doing them beforehand just because there's some really good free class XP for any classes that you haven't already leveled. And it's also going to probably be more soul gain doing it right now than it would be if you do it next patch. And you can also do it on like hard difficulty or something, which I probably should do because I'm pretty sure we can still one-shot even if we set it to hard. But there's extra 25% extra souls. It's only 10% extra stats, so it's not going to make that much of a difference. So we'll just set it to hard so we get 25% more, and we'll still be able to one-shot them all, most likely. And that 25% extra souls does apply to it, though next patch you will no longer be able to do the extra 25% or 50% or anything like that on these specific battles. But it adds up. And there we go, for that last battle we get 305 with all of our bonuses and everything. But yeah, just doing that for all the kingdoms and just getting them all done. It's going to be the first set of challenges on the next patch. It's not going to be exactly the same. It's actually going to be technically slightly weaker than it is now, though the overall thing is going to be more loot overall. But yeah, I do advise doing all the challenges on every kingdom that you haven't already done them on. I'll need to go through every single one of my kingdoms and figure out which ones I haven't done. I know generally which ones I haven't done, but I don't know all of them that I haven't done. So we'll find out in the near future which ones are which. I'm trying to think of the oldest kingdom I have that I haven't done them on. Is it Blighted Lands? Wow. We don't have them done on Blighted Lands. That thing is ancient. Yeah, even Drifting Sands. Wow. How far back do we go? Does Groshnock not have it done? Groshnock doesn't even have it done. That's like the 18th kingdom or something, right? Or something like that? Wow. They go far back as far as how far I haven't done challenges. I've done it on all like the initial ones. I'm pretty sure Stormheim's included in that, yeah. I'm trying to think of what like the oldest kingdom is that we haven't done challenges on. I forget which kingdom came in third. Or actually, I can't even remember what kingdom came after Stormheim. It's been so long that I completely forget. Yeah, we haven't done challenges for like 2 or 3 years as far as like actually completing them out. And we'll finally get around to them this Friday. It's because they've been dead content for that long. They've been dead content almost the entirety of the game. They were only good like the first few months of the game. Everything beyond that point, their actual loot has been pretty horrifically bad. But still worth doing just for the quick EXP and all that. But anyways, let's go to Underworld now. Get some Warrens done. Hopefully get some Cedric rooms. No Cedric. At least we can get some treasure rooms nonetheless. Just not Cedric treasure rooms. Looks like we're going to go down the middle, or not. Never mind. Wow, what even is this layout? What is this layout? I guess we take that. I guess that's okay. And let's run it with Key Team. Still using it with Warden just for the better... oh, no. I guess we could still switch it over to the other thing. It's just we don't really need blue on it. Like, the extra blue that we'd end up getting from the other hero class would do almost nothing to this team. And Warden's getting there. I think it's at 95, right? No, 96, actually. We're almost there and getting it maxed. Oh, no, what will we do when Warden's maxed? What will I do for my, my Gimlet team? Or not my Gimlet team. What am I trying to get to the word of? The Truffle. What will we do for our Truffle team after that? Maybe I should stop leveling this thing. I guess we'll switch it to Corsair. The only problem with that is everything Corsair does not benefit this team. It would just simply be for the purpose of gaining XP, which is technically what Warden's there for too. Not really helping with much other than the Green Storm. Though that does help quite a bit since we can infinitely loop Egg Thief a bit easier. As I say that, it misses. But it will. Throw that down, get our key, cycle it back again. But of course the Storm increases the chance that you would end up getting extra turn off a board clear. Just because more of the same color would be next to each other. Oops, I thought we already won. How did that not kill? There we go. Let's see. You double checked mine, and you were pretty sure you did all yours. Most people probably have, because if you started the game after they did the change to Kingdom Stars, it was required for you, in order to get 6 stars on the kingdom, it would have been required for you to have done all the challenges within the kingdom. The reason why I have kingdoms above 6 stars, even though I have many of the challenges not completed, is because if you already had 6 stars or higher prior to the previous star system, it rolled over to the new star system. So it made it so you technically did not need to do the challenges, which is one of the reasons why I was not doing them for so long. Just because it was rare for people to actually not have them done while still having a high star level. But now we're going to finally do them, just because there's no point in not doing them. Starting next patch. There's actually a lot of gem keys that we can get and other resources. It's a pretty hefty amount throughout it all. Of course, you can only be done once, though. Yeah, I probably should have done it during Vault event. That's not that big a deal. Did we cut down the middle? I guess we cut down the middle. Aren't you gonna make a little loopy loop? Okay, let's grab some gold for now. Grab some like red into yellow, green sky if we can. Grab ourselves the red right over there, and then get everything destroyed and go from there. Go for that again, get a key down. Grab another key. And he's dead off of skull key. Now we just need a skull, and he's dead. Chat is too fast for me. Well, what did I miss? Some of them I read through, but there wasn't really any to reply. Let's see. If the few last tiers of challenges only give 1 XP each, they will be. I'm almost guaranteed that the last few challenges only give 1 XP each, even though they're really hard. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they still give 1 XP each, though I haven't actually double-checked. We'll find out. Who knows, maybe challenges actually give 2 XP each for all. I actually honestly didn't check. Given that they can only be done once starting next patch, maybe they do give 2 XP. Because it's not like they're repeatable or anything like that. Also, the thing being in first slot's really annoying. Hey, we got a treasure map. I wonder when those will be viable. Haha. The next patch is doing nothing to address treasure maps, unfortunately. Okay, we'll throw a key down. And it's dead. Do I read the comments on the videos? Yeah, I do. Sometimes they get backed up with my other notifications, so I might skip a few on accident. But yeah, I try to on all my comment sections to answer every single possible thing. Sometimes it falls a little bit behind because of all the notifications across all the videos, because not all of them are on the most recent videos. Plus, YouTube has so many other notifications between following stuff that it sometimes gets buried. But no, I try to answer all of them. And if I ever don't, just mention it on, you know, streams or stuff. Because obviously right now I'd easily be able to answer whatever the question might be. Treasure map's only good for Steam achievements, pretty much. Pretty much. There's only one achievement associated to them though, and that's gaining gaining 2 volts within 1 key. But hopefully it'll eventually rebalance them in a way that makes them actually enticing. Or allow multi-use maps, or do something just to make it better than it is now. Also, I just realized something. We're in Delves right now, aren't we? That is actually really, really bad what just happened. We have to solo the rest of this delve with Egg Thief. How many more rooms do we have left? That is really, really bad. It's manageable, but it's really bad. Let's see. Oh no, we still have 3 rooms left. That's going to be slightly concerning. This is going to be really weird next few battles. Okay, let me get full mana on her before I cast Egg Thief. It's going to be a really strange few battles. But I can't just evade now. It's in. If I do that, we lose the delve. Let's see. We'll go for that. Grab Skull. That annoying 33% transform getting us. That normally very rarely clips me, and even if it does, it normally does it on something that's not our hero. One of the reasons why you need to have that hero set to stealthy. One of the whole reasons why you use stealthy hero. Particularly with this team, you would normally use Egg Thief with it. I mean, not Egg Thief. You would normally use the Thief hero class if you wanted to make this team as optimal as possible. But obviously, we already have it maxed, so we don't do that. But yeah, I mean, now we need to go with the Egg Thief spam. It's a really weird method to kill, but it can actually kill against a lot of things. Using Egg Thief solo spam. It's a weird way to win, but it does win. I'm actually going to give him HP just because I don't want him to die. I actually do want to try keeping our greed alive. If you could stop dying, that'd be great. If you could stop getting hit by everything, that'd be great. I can't believe we have to solo with just Egg Thief. It's possible, but not feasible. But hey, it's getting the job done, I guess. I could take an effort extra turn. Whoops. What even is this battle? We have to do this for another 2 battles as well. At least they stopped hitting first slot for a little while. One hour later. No, it shouldn't take that long. Definitely taking more than normal, though. This is why you don't use 1 damage source. Normally. There are some instances where you do. But this is generally the reason as to why you don't. Yeah, every single one of the reasons, someone did ask that earlier, one of the reasons why I don't cover Nintendo Switch is because we've actually covered every single Nintendo Switch events that ever happens through old videos. If you simply look on my channel, go to the search bar specifically on my channel, and type in either the word of the event or the word of the new Glory Troop that came out, the first thing that should pop up is a video going over the events. Because I've already covered every single one that has ever existed. Ever. We haven't missed a single one for the last, like, 3 years? 2.5 years? How long has it been? I'm not even sure. But, yeah, every single one we've already covered. So if you're wondering, like, why I don't cover, it's because we technically already have. Every single last one of them. But yeah, just searching now in the search bar would find it each time. Yeah, this troop isn't currently on Nintendo Switch at the moment, actually. Egg Thief, if I'm not mistaken. Probably coming out in another month or 2. I believe it came in November of last year. And Nintendo Switch version's like a month behind. I mean, a year behind or so. Do we need to save gold for updates in 4.5? Having more gold for 4.5 would be beneficial. However, it's not sinking that much more gold. Yes, there is a slight gold sink next patch. However, it only comes out to about $1 million per month, I believe it is. Which may sound like a lot, but 250,000 extra per week isn't that bad if you're already at the point where you're upgrading kingdoms beyond level 10. Because you can only ever upgrade them as fast as what am I looking for here? As fast as you can get deeds. And those deeds are going to be limited as far as how many you can get over time. Because the only way you can actually get them other than money is from randomly getting them off of the adventure board. Though adventure board is going to be uniform for everyone starting next patch. So you won't have different luck than everyone else, but everyone else is going to get the same slow trickle of scrolls simultaneously. We still don't know how much they plan on selling them for. I'm not sure if I'm going to bother buying them or not. I feel like somewhat tempted to. But, of course, the whole reason why they're making it like that is to make people feel tempted to. Still not sure if I will or will not. I'm leaning towards not, but, I don't know. Upgrading kingdoms is pretty important. Gotta get those pay-to-win stats. Because technically you get +1 to all of a certain stat every single level 15 kingdom you get. We'll have to see. If they're reasonably priced, I might go for it, but there's almost a good chance it won't be reasonably priced. Probably be like 20 bucks for not even enough to upgrade one kingdom. Also, what even is this battle? Heck Thief soloing an entire delve, because why not? I wonder how many times she's casted this delve. Feels like 300. When did Gems of War come on Switch? About 4 months ago. I believe it was late April, right? Pretty sure it was late April. Somewhere's around there. Well, the new deed system isn't really going to be like any kind of newer content. All it really is a new resources to slowly start upgrading delves or kingdoms with. Like, nothing with it is really new. Like, there'll probably be different adventure board battles for it, but those are, you know, pretty much the same each day. So I gotta be careful. I could actually still lose this. It's not over till we win. With our billion eggs. This is pretty funny though. Ekthi soloing entire battle. This entire team is her. It's her and the 3 things she summons. Because that was originally a baby dragon. Oh no, she's almost dead. Oh no, what will we do when she dies? What happens then? Oh no. Oh no! She died. Gotta go get the baby dragon back up. There we go. Our entire team is quite literally just 4 random dragons. What even just happened? But at least we won. What even was that, Delph? Also, let's hand out a redeem code. I still haven't yet this stream. We actually handed out 3 earlier on the Puzzle Quest stream. We'll probably have another 2 to 3 to hand out tomorrow. We've been handing them out every 5 levels, so now that we're at level 40, we'll probably hand one out at level 45 and 50. Max level's 50 on Puzzle Quest 2. So, yeah, that sounds like a game plan. So yeah, we'll have another 2 probably tomorrow then when we go do the Puzzle Quest stream. And we had 3 earlier, though they're probably all used up by now, I would assume. Even though we don't have as many viewers, we still have a decent amount of viewers for it. But we'll go and copy this over. Go and hand this out for now. Copy, copy. Speaking of another day that we're probably going to be handing out a lot of codes. Next Tuesday, we're probably going to hand out a lot of codes. Probably 2 to 3 just in the morning stream. Just because that stream's going to be going for like 8 to 10 hours or something. Not sure how long it's gonna take. It's gonna take a while though. It's gonna take so long that I'm gonna probably feel like breaking it up into multiple streams instead of just doing it all at once. Because it is not gonna be quick. We basically have to do a whole weekend's worth of factions in one day. On one of the more annoying factions. At that as well. There you guys go. There's the redeem code used on gemsofwar.com. Reach the game code section. Same place as always. Invite code is found in your settings menu. Whatever your game says right over there is what you put in. Redeem code is right over there in chat. It's a copy paste the random numbers and letters. And give same reward as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. And enjoy, everyone. And it works on only PC mobile version. Does not work on console versions. Okay, do we have a Cedric? No Cedric. Let's see. How do we go about this? Why does this delve seem so similar already? I guess we cut down the middle, right? Yeah, let's cut down the middle. Wait, did we get a double dragon team? We got like all dragons. Every single one of these battles is basically a dragon. We got the dragon there, then we got the dragon there, and then we got the dragon there. Okay, I guess we make a circle then. We go bloop bloop, and we do the inverse lasso. And hopefully that will not transform us into a toad. Gosh. Okay, let's put this instead of Warden. I guess we'll go change it to Corsair. It's going to be weaker, but it's already weak. What's making it slightly weaker going to do? We'll do that. And now it's even weaker. There we go. About VIP 20. Did you look at it? VIP 20 needs 6,000 points, which costs only 1,200. But then we have VIP 21 now. This one is meant, which needs 5 million points. It's actually cumulative over top of them. The reason there's actually not anything above it, if I'm not mistaken, just because they just have it so it would keep keeping track of the points. But the reason why it only looks like $1,200 for level 20 is because that's just the amount of cost from level 19 to 20. That is not the total amount of cost. That is just the cost to get one level to go specifically from 19 to 20 is $1,200. It doesn't show the full amount. Similar to if I go look at mine, I believe it shows like 300, which is like what, $60 or something? But obviously, to get to the current amount that we have is I believe like $230 or something. Something like that. But no, it doesn't show the... That's not the total. That's just the one that you need to get to the next level. And the only reason why the last level has probably an infinite cap is just so it would keep track of it. So in case they ever expand it beyond 20 for whatever reason, they'd have it kept track already in the game. Yep, no problem for the code, everyone. Enjoy. If anyone still has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. I'll definitely make sure to do so. I'll probably finish up this faction and just call it a night for now. And we'll be back tomorrow night to go do the Heronif class. Heronif class is actually a class I do want to level to max as well. There's so many hero classes I want to get to max, but there's no way I'm spending gems on it. But that is one of them that I do want to start getting towards it as well. Just because it has a interesting synergy with some of its perks that it has. It would very rarely ever be viable, but there are some really niche instances where you can actually use its triple burning combined with its cleanse. It's actually currently the only hero class in the game. I figured out when I was trying to build some teams earlier. It's the only hero class in the game that currently has cleanse while simultaneously having triple damage to burning enemies. And that synergy is actually not that bad at all. It's actually pretty solid since it has immune to freeze and it would have immune to entangle, as well as other mechanics, of course. So there's some very niche instances where you can end up using it. Very rare, but when you can, it would actually be somewhat okay to use. Probably the only thing it could be used for, since there's so few things that's viable for. Is there a reward for VIP 21? I didn't ever bother checking after that. I don't recall them ever officially announcing one. I don't see why they would. Seems like a really weird number just to bring it up to. I'll go check it though. Let's take tribute. Also, we're about to gain a hero level. That's nice. Let me see. I see what you mean now. That's funny. I don't think it actually is anything, because it doesn't have any rewards other than an extra team slot. I believe it's kind of just a placeholder thing. Again, just to keep track of the points. But yeah, I don't believe that is actually a thing. Because that's obviously not real. You obviously don't need that many points for that. If it was ever to actually be a thing, it would be 6,500 probably for it. And the rest of that is just to keep track of it in case they ever do raise it. But yeah, that's just a placeholder. That's guarantee 100% just a placeholder. Just to keep track of it. Because people who are VIP 20 were probably asking privately to them, like if they could add a way just so they could physically see how far they've progressed as well, in case they ever expand it. Because if they had the cap at 20 like they had before, while the game still internalizes how much they've spent, the person who's actually spending money would have no way to keep track. But they probably did that just so people who have spent over $8,900 on this game would have a way to keep track of how much they've actually spent. And yes, there are people that have spent that much on the game. But yes, it's most likely just to help them keep track. Because the previous max would have probably capped it out, and even though it would keep still tracking it, the actual person wouldn't be able to keep track of it, even though the game was. So it's probably just for that purpose. So now they can see if they spent 10,000 or 12,000 or 15,000 or whatever it might be at, in case they ever do expand it. Let's see, we'll take that over. Yeah, mine's at like 230 or something. Mine is way lower. And that's over the course of like nearly 5 years. Though I did spend $70 on the Switch version. Mainly because I considered it like buying the game. Death Knight armor is basically the equivalent of buying the game. And I also got the Ring of Wonder just to help speed it up initially. Because why not? Yeah, there's so many things I would do with $10,000 instead. That is for sure. I'm trying to think of the most I've ever spent on a game. I believe it's Dota 2. However, even though the on-paper amount that I've spent on that game is probably around $1,000, I have made thousands back from it in actual profit. So theoretically, I didn't actually spend that much on it. Because it helped pay for free games for me during all of college. Because I was just flipping stuff in the market. So even though the on-paper amount that I've spent on that game is probably around 1,000, it technically isn't because of how the market works. Or used to work for it. I still have quite a few hundreds worth of stuff too that I probably still need to sell of it. But I've already made my money's worth off of it in the past. As far as the most I've ever spent on a game with absolutely zero return, it probably is Gems of War. Over the course of my 2 accounts, or, you know, I've had multiple accounts, but 2 of that I've ever only spent money on. I think it's a little over $300. That's the most I've ever spent on one game. And that's over the course of 5 years. I guess the next highest would probably be old school RuneScape, or RuneScape in general. But I believe that number on paper is actually a bit lower than that. I think it's a little under 300. I'm actually not sure. You know what? That might actually be a little bit higher. That's mainly because it's a subscription-based game. But even that might not even be that high. Oh, so we actually lost a troop. I wasn't paying attention. Which one did we lose? Was this... oh no, we lost Cedric. No, I need Cedric. We lost him right at the end of the last battle. Fail. Let's throw key to key. I have a couple friends that have spent thousands on games before. Though they also make a lot more money, so they have the money to be spending on that kind of stuff. Hey, we got a replacement. Come on, be a good dragon. What do we get? That is not a good dragon, but at least it doesn't block her mana, so it's fine. Actually, Shadow Dragon was the first dragon, or the first legendary I ever got in this game. And at the time, it was actually pretty decent, too. I really wish they would buff it already. It is so underwhelming in the current state of the game. It has gotten one buff before. It used to not have the convert all yellow to purple. But, yeah, it still needs more buffs. The biggest issue with it is its final trait is ridiculously bad. All it does is gain one attack every single time it takes purple. If anything, it should do like 3 true damage to all enemies every single time it takes purple or something like that. At minimum. Oh, I needed that mana. Drained it right as I was about to click it. I don't think I ever really spend much on cosmetics in most games, I feel like. Because I really don't care if my units look weird. If they just look default, that is perfectly fine. I'll take that. And I just need 2 keys. And, oh, I was going to skull poke it. Never mind. We might be entangled right now. That might not be possible. Two more battles. Don't you dare transform our key again. We don't need round 2 of this. Though even if it did happen, it wouldn't be as big a deal because we only have 1 battle left after this battle. At least for this delve anyways. Did I do the Puzzle Quest 2 stream? Yes, it'll be up in probably very soon after this stream. It's just not up yet because of the rendering time. Because of how long the stream was. But yeah, it's going to be up soon. It was around a 7.5 hour stream or so. And we'll be doing the same thing again tomorrow. Hopefully to completion. We might actually be able to complete out the game. We finished it by killing out the green dragon. Which was actually the first battle we lost to. Even though we had it on hard mode the entire time. The hardest mode. But yeah, that battle was actually really insanely challenging. It was a lot of fun. I hope there's a few more battles like that throughout the game. I think that might have been one of the only few, though, unfortunately. But it was a really, really solid battle. If they had like another 100 of them, that'd be an insanely good game. I think there's only like another 6 battles that might be like that, if even that. How many streams of Puzzle Quest have I done so far? Only 2. It's only like a 30-40 hour game. According to websites, it's around 30 hours for basic completion and 40 hours if you do like 100% completion. That's not counting achievements though. Doing all achievements probably takes like 200 hours for that game. If you can even do it anymore. Because some of them require online. So you need another person, assuming the online feature even works anymore in that game. But yeah, one playthrough takes like 30 to 40 hours or so. We've streamed it for, what, 15 hours so far? Of course, I'm not sure if we're winning quicker than the average rate of the game. Because obviously we have a working knowledge of how match 3 games work. Which might be making us progress a bit quicker, I'm not sure. I gave out 5 codes the first stream? No. I believe it was only 1 or 2 codes the first stream, and then 2 or 3 the most recent one. But no, I've never handed out more than 3 codes. And the other one I'm pretty sure was only 2. Oh, you finally got Yagway! Very nice. Congrats. Definitely a great troop to have. I've been still trying to get Queen Titania on my other account. It still doesn't have it. Did we get Cedric? No. Where's all the Cedrics? I hate that they added like all those extra treasure rooms. Now we never get Cedric in this room anymore. Such a lower chance. Overall loot's still like really good, but a lot less Cedrics now. It's unfortunate. I didn't give it out literally every 5 levels. We only started doing that once we hit like level, I want to say 20? Or something like that. 20, 25. I can't remember when we started it. But we didn't do it literally the entire time. We just started it randomly at some point. But anyways, guys, does anyone else have any other questions? Otherwise, I'll be heading out for now. We'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. And we'll be streaming Puzzle Quest around same time as we did earlier. Probably around 13 to 15 hours from now, around noon Eastern Standard Time, give or take a few hours. Probably a little bit earlier than later. But yeah, I'll be streaming that. Hopefully completing our Puzzle Quest 2 tomorrow. I'm not sure, question mark. Depends how far we are able to get within that time. But yeah, it's been a pretty fun adventure so far. And we've been going through that. Of course, same lead developer as Gems of War, though it's a decade old at this point. And other than that, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always for Gems of War, and mess with the Heronif, get that leveled. And this weekend we have a pretty much and do anything weekend as far as this game is concerned. And we'll probably just focus on getting all of the challenges done, as well as getting grind done on hero classes, particularly Corsairs, since I still need to get that to level 70, as well as just higher in general. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for stopping by. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Hope you have a wonderful week. And I will catch all of you later. Goodbye, everyone.